Ladies and gentlemen, the hype is real. Firebase Z is only 2 days away, and like, what is going on? Treyarch actually loves us and wants to give us content. Oh my gosh, shocker. They've just dropped this brand new Inside Firebase Z Call of Duty talking video, and we're going to give it a watch live, react to it, and then have a bit of a discussion about it. Because on this channel, I try and keep you guys updated with as much zombie info as possible. So if you like it, leave a like rating, click that subscribe button, and don't forget, when Firebase Z comes out on February 4th, I'm going to be playing it live on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Syndicate. The link's down below. Make sure you tune in because there and then we're going to have my first ever attempt at that map. So, who knows? What round will I get to? You decide. Leave a comment down below what you think I'm going to get to. Let's do this. I genuinely didn't expect to get any content at all over the next few days, so this is a pleasant surprise.
Firebase Z is the map that really lets us explore the character of Samantha Maxis to an extent that we never ever have before.
Wow.
D Machina was really introducing people to the Dark Aether storyline, which, you know, as I've said in the past, only exists because of everything that had gone before, but it now has a whole new trajectory, and Firebase Z is the one that really makes it explode.
What I love about Firebase Z is that it's set in Vietnam. In this all-new experience, we've broken the map up into 2 locations. The Firebase, which is the facility where scientists and soldiers do experiments and mine the Dark Aether.
They
then
mine
we
the
have
Dark
Village,
Aether?
That's where the scientists sleep and do all their research.
Oh! The Pack-a-Punch machine's in the village, spoiler
The
alert.
way you play in D Machina might not necessarily translate over to Firebase Z. The low-end level design of Outpost 25 calls back a little bit to Moon in that you start in the village and then take a teleporter over to the outpost itself. Once you're at the outpost, there's a bit of a central area, a hub, if you will, that players can choose what path they want to go to. They can run around the outside of the map itself and the outer edge.
You know, working on a zombies map is a very interesting experience. I've been working on zombies maps since Call of Duty World at War. A lot of the way we do the sound design for these maps is still kind of rooted in how we did it back then. It's very seat of your pants, wild and crazy. Let's try and make this stuff sound really cool, scary, creepy. Nothing's off the table when it comes to
Sorry. Take 2.
creepy. Nothing's off the table when it comes to zombie sound design because of the world that they inhabit.
So Outpost 25 is an Omega outpost, and they're doing a lot of science experiments. There's a lot of different little things and mechanics that you can interact with. It'll be up to players to kind of discover how they work and how to make use of them.
Defend the Aether
I'm
reactor.
most excited for players to experience in these assault rounds. It's a very different way of playing than you're used to. It follows more of like the holdout style of gameplay, but it's not so static. You still have to move around.
Artillery strike and napalm strike start to become key at the higher rounds, especially in the assault rounds, because it's just excellent crowd control on top of just being super epic.
Holy
Standing
shit!
at an elevated position, kind of looking down at the defense lines while these artillery
That's
strikes are
dope.
just
Like you're being attacked from
bombarding
them.
the play space. It's awesome.
When we got together to try to brainstorm ideas for new enemies, you know, there's lots of different ideas that came about. You know, the one we kind of gravitated towards was this idea of the ambush style enemy.
Now the mimic is tricky. This guy hides out as items, and as you approach them, transforms into this tentacle
That's a
beast
dope
that grabs
mechanic.
you,
It's a
suck
mimic.
you in, bite you. Basically, if you see something sitting around and wonder why nobody picked it up, why is that awesome item still sitting there? It's probably a mimic.
Wow. What an
The
interesting take.
K-84, or as we like to call it, the Ray K.
The Ray
It's based
K.
on an old Russian prototype under weapon.
Yeah, amazing.
Never saw the light of day. It's built using parts from an AK-74, married with experimental technology.
Maxis contact will help
Dope.
us infiltrate. Ravenov, are you there? Finally. There is little time to waste.
When we started this Dark Aether story, it was kind of daunting in some ways because, you know, a lot of us have been working on zombies since the beginning, and that's where the
You gotta love
excitement,
him.
particularly with this fresh start and the Dark Aether story, has been kind of reinvigorating for the team. I don't think I've ever felt as excited about post-launch seasons of content as I do this year. I think people are probably, when they get to the end of this, they're going to look back at what we've done and go, I did not see that coming.
Brilliant.
If any harm comes to her, I will kill you myself.
Well, that sounds absolutely amazing. Do you know what? I'm okay with that, because I feel like zombies kind of got shunned this year, and I don't know whether it was like some sort of marketing budgeting perspective, but like, tell you something. This is the idea here, if I can just focus on this for a second. This sounds awesome. Scorched defense. So these portals appear in the map. You're still on a wave here. The portals appear on the map, and zombies are coming through them, and fire control unit health. So you've clearly got to protect what seems like this area before it gets like overrun or damaged to whatever degree. This is very much making me feel, and this is no joke, one of the most inspirational things I ever took from zombies is loving zombies, and I'd love to tie zombies and tower defense together to make like a zombie tower defense game. And if you're looking at this, man, you've got the zombies coming from the certain portal areas. They've clearly got a certain pathing they have to follow, and there's clear turrets. And I tell you, this, I really look. Oh, okay, maybe you don't need to cut that in, because lo and behold, there's your sentry gun turret just looking all beefy. I literally called that, saying that a new style of turret being a trap. Whether it's, you know, you just go up to it and pay units, or it's constantly going. I'd assume you have to pay for it. But, you know, if it's hella expensive, man, you know, that all goes together. So what I'm still scratching my head about is when he says, you know, there's loads of things for you to be able to interact with in the map. We've seen them before. Like, you know, obviously we've got Tombstone here, nothing new from what we've seen from a visual perspective. We've got Juggernaut here on the side. But here we go. Yeah, the Pack-a-Punch is inside the campaign mission building. So, you know, inside the actual, the town where all the, you know, the scientists and stuff like that live, or the military live, like doctors, whatever he said. But inside here, we get this new character. So it seems like we have to interact with this guy who lives behind it. So whoever the guy is who lives behind it, we have to, or is inside behind the Pack-a-Punch machine, we've got to interact with him some way. Maybe he requires us to run around the map and do this, this, and this, like we've seen in other zombie maps. There's usually always been like a 3-part process in like the core of zombies. Like you turn on this switch, that switch, that switch, and, you know, you can pack a punch. And I'm just a bit intrigued that that's, you know, that got taken away, but it looks like maybe it's going to return. So with what I'm saying there about activating the power, the arc reactors may be a way to connect certain arc reactors, you know, to get the arc reactor going, to get the power, you know, fully functioning. But it's these things here, activate Aether reactors, not arc reactors. It's interesting to see these, because we know there's one there, and then straight down here again, there's one there. So as soon as this guy runs down to the Aether reactor, he activates that, and then you have to protect not only one, which is in front of us, we've got 2 here, and then there's a new one over here. The amount of charge it's got and the amount of damage it's got, maybe it's like the payoff. Maybe the more you actually get, you know, like the more you're rewarded. Again, like, I can't really tell if the power's on at this stage. It looks like when they turned that on, it turned on the power, but who knows? It may be a connection thing with power, or it may just be something simply like the Pack-a-Punch connection. Again, so this is what activates, but this time round, rather than just activating the Aether reactor, this has now actually got Aether in it. And they said, like, you know, there's a mining facility here. So whether you have to go collect the stuff from the mine, bring it up, put it in there, and then it draws out the power from the Aether. But again, is that only to power the Pack-a-Punch? Is it to power the actual power at the base? Who knows? It could be for like just be an Easter egg step thing as part of the story, but you know, it's something that seems so solidly iconic like this. Like, bro, that seems like it plays a massive role. Yeah, look, like the 2 of them. That looks like it's activated up and running. But like we saw that last time. Like it's building up, it's charging like we saw before, the charge and the damage. And then once it's done, poof, it's rocking and rolling. And then it's emitting this glow. Yeah, protect the collection units. So, kind of makes you think, is this the mechanic where you have to protect all of in the Easter egg in D Machina? Because in that one, you know, what, say like you activate, you know, the machine and activate the Easter egg, Olive runs over, and if you don't protect Olive, the zombies attack it. So it seems like they're almost using that mechanic. And you probably have to do this. You have to protect the collection units in 3 different locations, and then you activate the power of Pack-a-Punch. One or the other. It seems most likely, especially the fact that it's only at level 3 or round 3. So it leads me to think like that's a step to getting power going, to be honest. Objective started. Defend the Aether reactor. I'm gonna guess that this is now where this is gonna be like a Moon annoyance style event. They reference Moon with this map with not only the jump pads but Moon in general, because you've always got something to do. So as we see in round 12, defend the Aether reactor. So obviously we get an objective pop up just like in Moon, like when the big diggers would come down and destroy the connection areas. What you have to do here is, right, you've got to go and defend it, and if you don't defend it, the Pack-a-Punch goes offline, or certain powered perk machines, like we've seen in other zombies, will get knocked offline. So, say we've got the 3 locations, if I can draw this like an idiot. Say, this is our map, dead simple. We've got one reactor, or Aether reactor, another one, and another one, okay? And near each one of them, we've got these 2 sections, okay, that we have to protect. When you run over to each individual one, you've got to run over to it, and you've got to start the process, and then the zombie waves will come in attacking. And when the zombie waves come in attacking, you've got to defend not only this one, but that one. Once you've done that, this one's on. You've done 1 of the 3 total. So once you've done 1 of the 3 total, you're sorted. But in each one of these rooms, there's most likely going to be a perk machine, like how we saw Juggernog over here. You could see Quick Revive over here. You could see Stamina Up over here. And if you don't manage to complete the assault wave, they destroy the tether or the connection between this reactor and the 2 things you had to protect. Like, you know, it broke the power for the facility, and then your perk gets knocked offline. So just like we've seen in a million other Call of Duty zombie maps, maybe the potential to lose your actual perks. And if you don't defend it, it's just tough luck. And then you've got to do the same process all over again to defend it. That's the vibe I'm getting with this, because we've said this a million times over. You know, the demachining was fun, but there's not a lot to do. Like, you're constantly just running around the entire time. This is what zombie players said they want. It is something to do, which is true as long as it's not annoying. Oh, worth noting, I just noticed this top left-hand corner. We see all the players here. That's the tombstone perk symbol. Just a little skull in the top left of the map. I didn't quite notice that earlier. And, mate, this really looks awesome. I've always wanted a Call of Duty Zombies tower defense. I can't believe they've not actually done one with zombies. And it genuinely inspired me to want to create my own, like, zombies game with tower defense. Worth spotting, by the way, top left-hand corner, it looks like we've still got our fast travel abilities. As you can see here, top left-hand corner, we've got the ability to, like, zip through the ground. Do we actually get a look of what's going on down here? Because that could be just something to do, like, with the reactor system that we saw, like, you know, protect this one and, you know, that, and vice versa. But that one looks a bit more like a random symbol shape, so I'm not quite sure what that one is. Oh, that actually could be the fire control health. I have no idea. But look at this. 3 different portals with zombies just piling on in. You and your boys have got to protect each protection area. How this is going to hold up on like how this is going to hold up, I just don't know. Like, solo, is it? I'm sure it will be balanced, but who goddamn knows? Like, who goddamn knows? But this looks sick. Tower defense in zombies all day, every day. All day, every day. And the manglers again returning. We've seen these before. Again, we've got our typical, like, this is where the power's going to be at. We've seen that before. Manglers having a bad day. Manglers can be really annoying. I'm just really hoping that they're not the most annoying thing in the world. And you know what? This thing doesn't look like it's going to be the biggest pain in the ass unless it starts spewing some sort of, like, you know, acid or a stun effect on you or something like that. Like, it's got the mouth to do it. Unless it starts doing that, I'm not too spooked about this new mob right now, because we know it's a mimic, so it can be like, you know, equipment on the ground, a gun on the ground, or like whatever it be on the ground. Like, could be even be a perk bottle on the ground that you go up to, like how you see perk cans drop. You could go over to it, and all of a sudden, you know, it jumps out, and this guy comes out of nowhere. Like, I like that feature. I think it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I did just get scared that he looked like he was going into full lunge mode then when he walked. God, if that thing teleports anything like the dog, I'll be absolutely fuming. Oh! Wow, I did not pick up on that. Holy crap. Treyarch. He grapples you. Treyarch. Oh my gosh. Alright, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. So, we've already seen with dogs being able to teleport at you and just grab you straight away. With like the pathing and the way these zombies play, I will admit a bit of hesitation and worry for the fact that this guy at the higher rounds, like if this guy pulls you in at the higher rounds to the zombies that can hit like they do in Die Maschine, this guy could be an absolute nightmare. It could be a case of like, oh, you know, it's just the balance of the map and stuff like that, but I'm hoping they balanced it right and it's not actually annoying. So we're kind of just gonna have to wait and see. This is the one thing with Treyarch that I will say is their way of developing the game is, in my mind, them going, we've kind of run out of things to do to make it new and make it fun, because it's going to be engaging at the same time. But I feel like that always comes at the result of the players feel like we're just being annoyed by the gameplay. Like this new monster looks annoying as absolute balls, but I tell you what looks fun, that. It does look fun, but it doesn't look as epic. Do you know what it gives me the vibe of? Like the Sliquifier. Like, it even looks like it fires like the Sliquifier. You like the glunk like effect. But, mate, bring it on. The Ray K, well, the Ray K, they called it. The Ray K. We've got this underbarrel grenade launcher effect, which has, like, the explosive blast, which we've seen. If that's going to be, like, a one-hit kill up to every single round, mate, I am going to be absolutely stoked. I'm pretty sure, yeah, look at this. They actually released the blueprints for it. So we got, like, the 3 different parts there. Oh, well, obviously not the 3 different parts. I guess you've got the AK, then you've got the batteries, you've got the building section, and then the barrel assembly. Wouldn't be too surprised, not even kidding me, if you can get this from the box, but at the same time, there's an Easter egg where you can find all these parts or something, and then actually build it on a table yourself. I think that'd be pretty good. But yeah, look at that. It does look pretty stonky in that effect. But what did it show which wave this guy was at then? I'm not quite sure. I think it was just more like the cinematic view of it. Look at him talking about his AK. It's my AK. No, you can't really see it. So, yeah. Maybe maxed out Pack-a-Punched. It'll always be like a one-hit kill of explosiveness. But right now, we'll just have to see it. But look at this. Round 1. So, yeah, we start inside the village. And then we have to enter the teleporter. Just follow the arrows. Make your way where you need to go. And you'll be rocking. But I just don't get that. The Pack-a-Punch is immediately there from the get-go. What a take. And maybe from that guy right there, he's going to tell you that you need to go and need to do this one and that one, kind of directing and teaching people where they need to go and what they need to do. Oh, the power symbols. Yeah, look, power symbol near that one, power symbol near these ones, and maybe that's what he's about to say to you. You can't access any of this area of the map until you get the power rocking. So, like I said previously, you get all these 3 things connected or whatnot, and then you can start doing it. Very, very inspired by OG Call of Duty Zombies. So, great success. Let's just hope it's not too annoying. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are excited for this brand new Call of Duty Zombie map, make sure you click that subscribe button and ding on the notification bell. Like I said, on my Twitch channel, I'm going to be playing the living shit out of this. Like, if we reel it back in just 1 second even more, I'm going to play this even more. Like, we got bounce pads flinging us around the map. You're like, bro, we're going to feel like that gives me the vibe of the lighthouse from Call of the Dead. And then new perk, new streaks, all good. New, like the Mangler returns, but then don't forget we've got big fucking Sally over here blasting us with this. So God knows how this is going to like be interpreted into the entire equation. This could be something that you fight as an actual boss round, or it could be something that is like the final Easter egg battle, which I think it would be more of an Easter egg battle, seeing as though this thing is such a big chungus. But yeah, man, super excited. Let me know what you guys think below. If you've seen anything in this trailer that you think you've pieced it together, let us know, because the whole point of this is like getting the conversation going and knowing what you guys have seen and what you guys have found. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to wrap up this video. Click subscribe, leave a like rating, and I'll see you guys live in my next video, whenever that is, or on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/syndicate, link in the description. Much love. Adios.